Scroll themed, the bear and the curve, rhythm, presence, and the power of being seen. The bear is the mic, the crown, the scroll. In every room, there is a moment of focus, a turning point, a shift in attention. Sometimes it's spoken, sometimes it isn't, but it always exists, and it's held by whoever has the bear. The bear is the symbolic object that holds the room's gravity. In school, it was a plush toy passed during circle time. In adulthood, it becomes the mic at a show, the lead role in a film, the CEO seat, the viral post, the investor's gaze, the turn to speak in a crowded room. The bear is the axis of the moment. The world tilts to hear what you say. And if you understand this law, you start to see it everywhere. The bear reveals who's built for the moment. Most of the power of the bear comes from what you did when you didn't have it. That's the key, because when the moment comes, if you've trained, you move the room. If you haven't, the bear slips through your hands. If you've waited for the spotlight without rhythm, the silence will expose you. Some fear the bear, some hoard it, some waste it. And a few, a rare few, move nations with a whisper, then pass it with grace. The bear builds culture, only when it rotates. This is what most people miss. The health of a collective, a city, a civilization depends on how the bear moves. If it rotates, people feel seen, ideas surface, rhythm builds. If it's hoarded, the room fractures, the story dies, communication collapses. We see this now, on a global scale. Billionaires hoard attention like currency. Social platforms amplify the loudest voice instead of the most prepared. Cultural gatekeepers speak endlessly and never pass the mic. And when no one else gets the bear, culture dies, completion freezes, rhythm breaks. We stop learning, we stop evolving, we stop listening, and we start performing. Modern power structures, the stolen bear. In today's world, those who hold the bear often take it home. They build platforms around themselves. They build systems that protect their spotlight. They dominate timelines, press cycles, headlines, and call it leadership. But it's not leadership. It's emotional colonialism. They don't pass the bear. They own it. And when the bear becomes property instead of presence, the room can no longer move. The rhythm becomes a loop, and no one new can rise. That's where we are right now. A broken rhythm, a silenced circle. A bear that hasn't moved in years. Archetypes of the bear. The undeveloped. They've never held the bear, and don't believe they ever will. The background echo. They mimic whoever has it, but never create anything of their own. The hoarder. They grab the bear and never let go, killing culture by clinging to it. The drifter. They get the bear, fumble it. No rhythm, no voice, no preparation. And finally, the completion carrier. They speak when needed and reawaken the room. You don't need to hold the bear forever to matter. You just need to know what to do when it's your turn. The paradox of being ahead. Here's the other layer. If you say you're ahead, they doubt you. But if you are ahead, they won't see you until it's too late. Everyone wants to spot the next genius, but they want it to look like what they already recognize. So if you build something truly original, something structural, something unfamiliar, something real, they'll dismiss it, call it arrogant, too abstract, too early. But what they don't see is, every great curve looked like madness at first. Every system that restructured the world started with someone who said, "You're not ready, but I'm going anyway." And someone always has to say that first. That's the paradox. Who am I, Sorrow? I'm 27. Not famous, not stamped by an institution, just trained, sharpened, clear. I have built things no one asked me to build. Structural logic for communication, gauge-based systems for tracking internal alignment, philosophical engines for motivation and progression, culture frameworks that don't collapse under popularity, travel systems, flow sequences, soft power patterns, inventions and designs that don't need hype to survive. None of this was built for attention. It was built because I couldn't not build it. And now, I'm not standing here asking you to believe I'm the one. I'm standing here because I know I'm ready. Not perfect, but aligned. And when you're aligned, you don't have to dominate the room. You just move it. Final rhythm. This isn't a pitch, it's a moment. I'm not here to raise a flag or prove a prophecy. I'm here to move the rhythm, and then pass the bear to the next one who's ready. Because we don't need louder leaders, we need deeper circles. And I've sat quietly long enough to know this is the moment I speak. So here I am, holding the bear, not to keep it, but to show what it looks like when it's used right. And if you feel that, if this scroll moved something in you, then maybe it's time the bear started moving again.